More than 90% of the world's population work like absolute donkeys, and they still are not productive. Think of it. They work day and night like a donkey, mule, and they still don't get anywhere in life. So if you don't want to end up like them, then here's a step-by-step guide on how to actually be productive. Step number 1. Define what kind of lifestyle it is that you want to live. Because otherwise, what are you being productive for? You must have some kind of ideal lifestyle that you can imagine, that you can feel, that you can envision. Like, how do you define productivity? If you were to ask me the same question, I would say it's doing the things that resonate with your ideal lifestyle only. Doing only the things that push you towards your ideal lifestyle. And everything other than that, it's either a distraction or you're coping, procrastinating, but not being productive. So the very first step is to define what your ideal lifestyle looks like. What would you do on a regular basis in your ideal life? Like, if money was not a concern. Imagine you had all the money in the world. You're millionaire, billion, trillionaire, whatever it is. If money was not a concern, and after you've had all the fun things, like you've traveled different locations, you have all the luxury cars, you've done all the fun things like amusement parks, roller coaster rides, all of that. Now, what would you do on a regular basis, day-to-day basis? That is your ideal life. So what would you do if you had all the money in the world and after you've had all the fun? Think of it. Personally, for me, it is all laid out perfectly. Like, I want to live a Krishna conscious life and fulfill my purpose. And I will do that even if I have like billions, uncountable amount of money. It doesn't matter what amount of money you give to me. I would do the same thing. So, to fulfill my purpose, I would still be creating music. I would still be creating content like this to help others. So yes, that is my ideal lifestyle. So define what it is for you, what your ideal lifestyle looks like. And step number 2 is to eliminate distractions. And distractions are everything, and I mean everything, that pull you away from your ideal lifestyle. And sometimes that could be even good things. For example, if your ideal life was you being an author only, but if you decide to start training for a boxing match after you found a cool reel of someone hitting a knockout in a ring, and if you start like fully engaging in boxing, then that is not being productive. That is inauthentic. Even though it might feel good in the public eye, it's like not productive to your ideal lifestyle. And it will not fulfill you. It will not get you any closer to your goals. So, eliminate all kinds of distractions, even though it might feel good in the public eye, but you must keep your ideal life in vision. Nowhere, anywhere, left or right. Just focus. So, according to your ideal lifestyle, writing content can be productive for you. While, according to my ideal lifestyle, making music and practicing music sessions will be productive for me. It changes according to person. From person to person, actually. And whatever aligns with your ideal lifestyle, do that. Simply do that, whatever aligns with your ideal lifestyle. And whatever doesn't align with your ideal lifestyle, just reject it as a distraction. It's simple as that. Like, if you see, I don't have any kinds of distractions that pull me away from Krishna consciousness, from living my ideal lifestyle. I don't use social medias. I don't have any social media apps on my phone, actually. And I don't even do much of video editing, actually. Even though I create content, I don't do much of video editing, like all of that, or monkey jumping around, some kind of thing. No, there's just some random jump cuts to make the video more precise, and that's it. No more distractions. Simple. So figure out what it is that your ideal life consists of. If you want to go for editing, fine. By all means, go for it. But that does not include in my ideal lifestyle. I don't like editing. So I just do a little bit of jump cuts here and there, and that's it. So, yeah, even though it can be tempting to give in to distractions, but you need to be strong. This is where you need to be tough to yourself. Like defining all your ideal lifestyle and everything, it's nice and all. But when it comes to being productive, it's not about doing many things. It's not about doing more, but it's about doing less. It's about staying away from more. It's about saving yourself from all these mindless distractions, social medias, all of these TikTok and games, video games, all of the distractions. So this is where you need to be tough to yourself, because distractions are very powerful, and it's either you build a new lifestyle that changes everything for the best, or you live the same old life and keep complaining like everybody else does. The takeaway is that you must identify what kind of activities would make up your ideal day, and make a list of those. Make a list and follow with it. Be careful with the distractions, and rather, instead of giving in to distractions, just introduce deliberately a reward after you complete your work. So you see how you can be free from distractions by introducing a deliberate reward. You don't even need to cancel everything from your life. Just introduce it in the form of a reward. Like if you finish your work, then simply go out for a sport that you like. You can go out for boxing if you like boxing that much. You can go out for a nature walk if you like walking in nature. So just reward yourself in a productive fashion, but don't give in to distractions during your work time. So that's how you become productive. And step number 3 is set tangible goals and break it down to daily tasks. Don't set goals that you know are vague and unachievable. Make your goals specific and time-bound. For example, it can be a goal like, I want to lose 10 pounds of body fat within this month. Do you see how clear, specific, and time-bound it is with a deadline? Within this month, 10 pounds of body fat. So don't set goals, idiotic goals like, I want to lose fat, just vague, open-ended goals that make no sense. Like when and how much of body fat do you want to lose? It doesn't make sense. I want to make money. What kind of goal is that? Everybody wants to make money. How much? What amount? And by what time? There must be a clear, specific goal that is time-bound. It cannot be just some random thing. A goal, if it is random, then it is very, very, very hard to accomplish. So be specific. Set a deadline. Be clear what your goal is. Only after you set a clear, well-defined, and time-bound goal that you actually start making progress. Like in the example that I gave earlier, losing 10 pounds of body fat within a month. Then you can, start finally planning and actually making progress towards it. Like, if I want to lose 10 pounds in a month, then what do I have to do? How much body fat do I have to lose on a daily basis? And what kinds of exercises will help me do that? Whether it's cardio, whether it's HIIT workouts, running, What do I have to do? What kind of diet would I have to eat? How much sleep do I need to get? Then you actually get specific with your goal, with your progress. Otherwise, if you were just, I want to lose fat, but there's no deadline, no specific how much to lose fat, then you would just be thinking and thinking and thinking like, okay, I want to lose fat. I'm thinking of losing fat. I'm thinking of making money. I'm thinking of doing this, this, this. And you would just be there, stuck there. It doesn't make sense. So be clear. Set clear goals and set a deadline. Only then you can start being productive. And that brings us to the final step, which is step number 4. Build a routine that would look like your ideal day. After you know what your goal is, after you've set a clear, well-defined goal, then build a routine. Okay, now you build a routine. Like, you want to lose 10 pounds of body fat in a month. Then you would have to lose at least about half a pound in 1 to 2 days, every 1 to 2 days. Then, after breaking down your goals in a daily basis, you can go ahead and create a routine that looks like your ideal day, that looks like your ideal life. And then you can start being productive. And you do not need to wait. You can get started right away after watching this video. Like, creating a routine according to your ideal lifestyle. How much would you work on your day-to-day lifestyle if you had everything? All the money in the world. Money was not a concern. What activities would you do and for how long? For me, it's simply creating content, like 3 hours per day. That's it. Max 3 hours per day. And then after that, I will probably learn, I'll probably read more books, I'll probably grow my spiritual life. I'll probably do music. But that's it. That's it. Simple. Focus on what your ideal lifestyle looks like. And of course, if you have like bigger goals to achieve in a very short time, like writing a book or creating courses, then by all means, you can enter monk mode, in which you can work probably 10 to 12 hours per day. But still, you should never forget what your ideal lifestyle looks like. I'll just give you my example. Like recently, I entered a monk mode period for a month, in which I wrote the first draft of my book, Peak Maverick. And there I literally worked every single day for 10 to 12 hours. Every single day. And during that time, I literally rejected everything. My friends, my relatives, everyone, like all contacts. I did no messaging, just sitting down, waking up, writing. That's it. And before going to sleep, of course, I went to the temple. And that was all to my life during my monk mode period. I just did the work, to the temple, back, sleep, did the work after waking up, and back to the temple, and here, sleep. That was the cycle. Like, I didn't forget God during that period. So obviously, you should not forget your root, your source as well, which is Krishna. And that's it. I'm not telling you to not work hard. You should be capable of working hard when needed. But apart from that, apart from achieving bigger goals, you should focus on living your ideal lifestyle. And right now, for me, it's just 3 hours of content per day. I'm not doing like 10 to 12 hours of work. Of course, if I need to achieve something more later on, then I might enter another monk mode period to achieve bigger things in a very short time. So until then, I'll just be living this way. So that's it. I hope this video helped you. And if you want me to help you personally, then you can go ahead and click the link in the description. If you want to buy the Lifestyle Architecture course, then links in the description as well. Good luck and never give up. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.